Hello everyone, my name is Eric and today I'm going to be demoing my new application called ClearMind AI. So ClearMind AI is an application that's going to help entrepreneurs when they're doing their business planning, allowing them to get a comprehensive plan, a custom AI agent, and be able to create a 7-day launch strategy in minutes, not in weeks. So today I'm going to be demoing you exactly how this application works. I'll also be showing you the new website so you get understanding for the look and feel and the thought process of how we built this application. So here is our landing page. As you can see Lovable shipped. I am part of the new Lovable shipped program to help startups launch faster. So this is going to be my project that I am going to be launching with it. So that's why you see that label. As you can see down at the bottom, this application is powered by Anthropic, which is Claude, Gemini, OpenAI, and Superbase. So what makes this platform different is that we use all three models in this application for you to generate. So it's up to you to figure out what is your flavor, what is your choice of language model that's going to give you the best output. And the way it works is that you're able to use a quick form that you are going to use to share your ideas, your concept, for us to get an understanding of the target market, the goals, and just some really questions of really get to deep dive of what your business is about. Our AI analyzes it and then go ahead to create a business plan for you, a strategy plan, and a competitive analysis for you to take a look at. And then we also have a 7-day launch plan for you to actually take actions on. And along the way, there's some additional features that we will cover here today. So here's everything that you can get with ClearMind AI. We talked about a business generator, a 7-day plan, a personalized AI coach, which is your AI agent that knows exactly about your knowledge base. We're using something called AI RAG. We're using Superbase to pull the knowledge base of your business to be able to feed our AI agent. And our agent can actually go out and become an agentic AI to actually pull data to give you more of a resource answers. Obviously, we talked about market analysis. We have a pitch deck generator, so we can actually create a pitch deck for you and actually export a PDF. And then we also talked about the PDF with the multi-format export as well too. So this is the site that we have. So what we're first going to do is we're going to sign in. This is a SaaS product. It hasn't fully been connected yet since we are in our early stages, but we are looking to make this a SaaS product. For the people that are interested, we will be available here in the next couple of days as we're building on. So let's actually just sign in. All right, now I am signed into the application. As you can see, you're going to get a dashboard. And on the dashboard, you're going to have different sections. Obviously, you create your plan, see how many plans you have, your AI coach that you can get into. But what we've done, since we have multi-toggle AI language models that we can use, as you are running it, we're going to be giving you analytics to show which model are you using the most, and also how long those models are taking to run. So if people are wanting to know how long does a Claude take versus Gemini, we have that data there for you. So as you're building out business plans, we're going to allow you to figure out which is going to be the best model and going to give you the best output, and which one is more likely to help you as you move forward. And here at the bottom, you'll be able to see your business plan. So what I did is that I created a business plan around healthcare. I ran the same form 3 times, three different language models for us to get some feedback. So I can see that I ran it 3 different times. Claude took the longest with around 81 seconds. GPT took about 31 seconds, and Gemini was around 22 seconds. So I can see around the speed. Now the actual output of it, each one of these are going to be different. So let's actually go into Claude real quick to see how this output look like. And this is the power of ClearMind. So when entrepreneurs are putting together their ideas, sometimes they're struggling to get an understanding of what they're building, what are their highlights, what is their strategies, and how does that look like. With this, we're able to give you an executive summary of the product that you're trying to build, give you some key highlights for you to take initiative based off the form that you submitted. We allow you to create a strategy with a marketing analysis of what's out there in the market. So our agent is tailored to go out and fetch and look at the market based off your business plan, but also your industry, your target audience, and the business type, for actually going out there and to fetch that data and compare it against yours. So we have very detailed, specific detail to your business plan. And then we have a 7-day plan of actually how to launch your product from start to finish, from creating the foundations to speaking with an attorney, setting up a business account, the legal, the production, the marketing setup of what you need to do, and testing and validation, all the way to launch plays for you to actually launch. Now, this is a 7-day plan. Take it as long as you want to, but here's a clear guide based off our AI model. And what you have here, as you hover over here, we have Ask Agent, and we'll get into this in just a moment. But before we do that, we also have some export. So if I want to export all this into a PDF, now we have the export function to be able to export this down all the way down to the granular level for us to get more visibility. If we're on a go, we're on an airplane, and we need to kind of review this or send it over to investors. Speaking about investors, say I have to do a pitch deck, and I don't have time and to going into PowerPoint and go through that whole process of putting together. Well, we've gone ahead and done that for you. ClearMind actually allows you to for you to select the type of style that you want. And based off our language model, we're actually be able to create a deck for you to actually display. So if I want to, I can select this style of template. If I want to use this slide or not, I can actually select, and I can just hit export. Once we hit export, now we have an entire PowerPoint PDF slide deck ready for you to go for you to present. And if you're happy, if you want to share with your friends that you're actually creating and building with ClearMint, we actually have a share button, so you can actually share on Twitter and let people know, hey guys, we're actually just created a business plan using ClearMint AI. So we're trying to create also a social network to show people that we are actually building as well. But before we do that, let's actually talk about one of the most important things about this project is our AI coach. So our AI coach is a trained AI RAG model. So what it does, it goes back into our database, which is Superbase, pulls in all that knowledge that it actually generated, and now it's a custom AI agent built for your business. So you can ask them, who should I hire first? And what it'll do, it'll look at your business plan, it looked at all your analysis, and just based off your business, you have a tailored custom AI agent for you that can actually go out to the world, get information, retrieve it, or give you the best knowledge base as we move forward. So right now what it's doing, it's going back to the Superbase, it's going out, and now it's going to give you a clear outline of what you need to do as you move forward. So it's asking you, say, you probably need to get a successful manager, business development prep, give them the 25 bonus, which is great, a $25 monthly expense. I mean, it goes into pretty in-depth of knowledge that you can dive to it. So if you're asking questions around social media or anything related to your business, you can ask it. But wait, there's something even more. If I go back to the 7-day and maybe I need help understanding beginning the HIPAA compliance audit and that process, maybe I don't know what that process is. You can go into any of your actionable items tasks and ask your AI agent. What that AI agent is going to do, it's going to already prompt that question or that checklist item into your chat box for you to actually start diving and getting some real answers. So no more trying to create a prompt to figure out what that task mask done. This is what we call automation, autonomous automation with our AI agent. So our AI agent now flips the script, understands on the back end what role it needs to play to be able to give you this information. So right now it's doing the retrieving, looking at your current business plan, what you have, everything you rolled out, and putting it together as you move forward. So again, here we go. Here's the actionable. Here's your roadmap, right? From week 1 to 2, what you need to do, what you need to execute, and in pretty in depth. These aren't just short answers. These are actionable steps for you to leverage and take process. So we talked about the AI agent, the 7-day plan, but probably the most important is financials, right? So as you're creating your plan, you're also creating your startup cost of what you started, what your revenue is, and what your monthly expenses is going to be. So if you have a revenue goal of 300,000, it creates an entire plan for you to actually hit that projection. So it's saying that you need about 20 groups to be cycling around 7,900 for you to actually hit your goal. So it's doing all that mathematic logistics on the back end and giving you actionable plans of actually how to reach those things. And then we go into cost analysis, right, of what you need to do to actually get to where you need to be, and then funding requirements. Now, I've showed you what Claude brought in from this business, but we have 3 different language models that actually went in and actually provided different outputs. So you can actually look at the different outputs and see which one of these outputs are even more compliant to your style, what resonates with you, or what makes more sense with you around it. Now, the financial goals, startup goals, these are all part of the form that we create. But the data in here is going to be obviously different. So the 7-day launch plan, they don't have HIPAA. They do have HIPAA in here, but it's formatted and asked in a different way. So our AI language models are doing a great job regarding that. So I've showed you the home user dashboard, but it's actually create a new business plan. And what I'm going to do is pick the language model I want to use with. So I'm going to actually select Claude. That's going to be my one. It lets me know here at the bottom. And I'm going to select a new plan. And what this new one is going to be is that I'm going to create a new SaaS application. It's called Beta Loop. And Beta Loop is for early stage companies that are looking for real users for them to provide feedback before they launch. So we're going to go through this process, and I'll go ahead and fill this out as we move forward. So obviously the name of it, we're going to call it Beta Loop. This is going to be a SaaS company. Here's the business description that I have that I just told you. And the industry, we're going to be around technology. We're going to hit next. Now, as you can see, there's only 4 different sections. So the better that you actually add your value or your answers, I think the better output you're going to get from these language models as we move forward. So also talks about key competitors. So here's some key competitors. If you know them, what makes you actually different than others. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out, put some information here, hit next. And then what is my startup costs? Let's say I've got $1,000, an estimated monthly expense. Let's say it's $200. My revenue obviously is a subscription base, and then pricing, maybe we'll charge $25, $35 a month. And then let's say $150 yearly. And then my revenue goal for the first year, say that I want to make $5,000. Again, this is tailored to what your business plan. I'm just giving you a good breakdown of how this works. So I'm going to hit next. The timeline for me to launch, I want to launch in the next 6 months. Now, this is important, right? What is your level of experience? So as you're filling out your plan, the better custom and tailored you fill this out, the better output you're going to get, because it's all going to be based off your input. So I am an experienced entrepreneur. And what is my first goals that I have for the first year, right? So some of it is, let's say I want to get 5,000 beta testers, 200 startups. And let's talk about some of the biggest challenges. Is it like marketing, reach? So I'm going to go ahead and put some here, obviously managing spam testers, right? And then what makes what are some available resources that I have, right? We can develop an MVP fast. We can use social media builders. And then from there, I'm just going to hit generate plan. Now, what I talked to you guys about is that every language model has different ways of how they push and pull tokens and so forth, and what they're doing with their logic, and then also with the reasoning. One of the things that we've identified by using ClearMind AI is that there's different language models that take different resources, that pull different resources, that do some different algorithms and actually move forward. One of the data that I'll show you here in a little bit is that Claude takes a little bit longer than the other language models, because Claude, for some reason, with its newest language model, it's doing a lot more reasoning. It's doing a lot more thinking on the back end. So we added a timer to our generator, so you can actually start seeing, and we're actually tracking that on the dashboard to see which one actually outputs faster. But it's not about who actually outputs faster. It's about which one's going to provide you the best value and the best input for you to actually use this plan as you move forward into your business or as your entrepreneurship, as you go growth, as you move forward. So right now it's going through its iteration, and this usually takes around less than a minute and 32 minutes. Again, it's doing everything on the back end. So boom, my business plan has now been generated. So MetaLoop is now ready to go for me to review. And just like we showed you in the demo, look how in depth this executive summary is based off that knowledge. And look how well it's focused on look how well it's focused on my industry. So it's done all that industry work. It's looked at analysis. It looked at the business type, and it identifies some key initiative. Now, these key initiatives are not fake. These are really based off my data points that I've actually inputted. So everything here that you're seeing is based off my input in my form. What this is called meta prompting. And this is something new that you guys will see here in the future, is where we're taking our input, we're giving it to AI. AI is creating an additional prompt and then prompting it back for us to get it into this format. Very structured, very in-depth of our marketing analysis, our business plan that we can get into and really start diving into actionable plans. And then our 7-day plans, right? Finalizing your MVP, setting up development environment, create a brand identity, and so on, a different task for me to complete throughout the day. Now, these are really actionable plans for me that I would do, but sometimes I don't have that knowledge base, right? And then looking back at our finances, again, just what we talked about. What was our revenue goal for the year? 5,000. What was our startup cost? 1,000, and our monthly expense. So based off that knowledge, it's looking at all that, it's doing all that math, and it's approximately that we need 143 users or 34 annual subscribers by the end of the year for us to hit that goal. This is great. Like, this allows me to have real actionable plans and actually how to scale my business as I move forward. And again, if I ever am stuck, I can use my my AI agent coach, or if I just want to get down to my tailored task items that I need help, this is a great time to actually go into this process. So one of them is create a social media calendar presence, right? So it's probably one of the hardest things as a brand is to create a social media presence to get people out there. Now, with our AI agent, it can do the task for me. It can create the content for me, the script for me, the knowledge base that we're adding to this. It's all based off your input of your business. No more going searching and having hundreds of prompts for you to finally get to your answers. Based off your business, we're creating that automation prompt. We're switching our agents on the back end to justify, to be able to give you the best output for your business as fast as possible for you to take your business to the next level. So here we go. Talked about social media, what we need to do. Talking about our X, our LinkedIn, and our product hunt. So it already knows the right platforms for me to actually pitch on, right? And it says for me to skip on for TikTok or Instagram because there's no B2B SaaS audience that hangs out there. Wow. So it's already done that logic for me to actually think about that, right? It's also telling me the weekly content rhythm. Mondays are the best for beta testing, for educational. It's giving me in a form, and then 1 week what we need to focus on, the content creation tips. Wow, this is really in depth, right? What week 1 looks like, what things for me to actually track, and so on. And I can even ask more questions for me to get more in depth of even creating a post or what tools I need to use. So we've brought you everything from having an idea to having an overview, a strategy, a 7-day launch plan, a financial analysis for project, cost analysis, a custom AI agent built for you. So what you guys have seen, now that we've actually created another plan, you can actually see that our AI model has changed. We can still see the time, so we understand, hey, things are going to take time. And we've added some custom filters. So if you are a business or you're coming up with a lot of ideas and you want to kind of, filter things out and say, hey, I just want to see everything that's around healthcare. Here's all the ones that have healthcare. Let me see all the ones that are built around technology. So our platform is really made for UX UI. It's really a human-centered design application there for you as you guys move forward. So that is a quick preview of what we build with ClearMind AI. I hope you guys take some time, check it out. Let me know what you guys think about it. Thank you, and have a good day.